everybody, and welcome to the finals. My name is hi-rez Bart. Over here, who I can actually touch today, DM Brandon. How y'all
That's
doing?
right, Bart. How are you today? Oh, production? Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Bart. How you doing? We're going to be going into finals today, and it's not going to be Cog and Dig.
It will not be Cog Dig.
It's going to be Dig and 5 a.m.
The 5 angry meatloafs.
There's only one angry meatloaf. There's
There
an
is.
angry Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
And then there's 3 people.
That are moderately angry.
They're
Normal anger.
I don't think French Canadians are allowed to get angry.
Oh, you must have never been to French Canada. Montreal is not a happy city.
No?
Not if you speak English.
Rushed is always so nice.
No, they're very kind. And Madman Mark, who is mad.
It's right in the name.
There he is.
But we're going to be following them in just a second, guys, as we get started. Things to note today. Hercules coming into this tournament. We expected pick ban every game. He has been pick banned every game. Though on stream, I'm pretty sure he has had a 100% loss rate today for us.
Who?
Hercules.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Not done well.
We'll have to look across the games today. I wonder if Hercules won a game.
It's kind of like when Zeus was completely overpowered and people were losing every time they got him.
Yeah, except for Stealth.
Well, Stealth.
Stealth.
I don't
So
think Stealth
stealthy.
lost.
Yeah, I don't know. Stealth, generally speaking, does not lose lanes.
All right, so we're going to be getting to the game in just a minute here, guys. Remember, Cognitive has lost. They'll be fighting in the semis matchup, or the bronze matchup, against the Game Changers, who put a very good show on in the last round.
Almost beat Dignitas there. So close. They almost edged that one out. And it'd have been, I mean, if we would have had Game Changers 5 Angry Men final, why even watch EU then?
I want to attribute that win to the duo lane. Zapman, at the end of that game, when they pushed, they got a Phoenix. The Game Changers took a Phoenix down. Zapman burned down the lane and chased down a kill, stopped them from getting anything, got them the Fire Giant, right?
Okay.
On top of that, he never would have gotten to that point if Shadow Q wasn't shockwaving everything to save his life and to put up those good shields when he needed. So shout-outs to the duo lane from Dig. I think this is the first week we've really seen them carry.
Yeah, I mean, Zapman wouldn't have gotten to that point, nor to this point at all as a professional player, if not for Shadow Q. They have some of the best synergy you'll find.
Yeah. Oh, and Zap, Lassus with those jukes. Dignitas is just amazing, man.
Aye. Dignitas taking second pick yet again, as they often do.
Yep.
First ban going the way of the 5 Angry Men, and they're going to take what appears to be Thor out of the God Pool.
Yeah, I like this pick. I think it's smart. He's high damage, great mobility, and considering the fact that the best has been getting ganked every 5 seconds, taking a God away who can do that from deep into the jungle, probably a good play.
Yeah, worth.
Yeah.
So Dignitas now taking a look at their ban. I'm going to say Aphrodite's going off the board here. We'll find out in just a second. 8 seconds remaining for their ban. 5, 4, 3,
Guys, I need to ban something.
2, 1.
Guys.
Aphrodite.
Yeah, there he goes.
Ha ha!
She's pretty.
She's got a nice pigtails. Nice pigtails.
She doesn't have pigtails.
Yeah, she does.
Does she?
Yeah, she's dressed up. She's going to the Lassus Fair.
Number 2.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's just not even a funny joke at all.
If you read, for those of you who don't get the joke, if you've gone to Lassus' channel, it's twitch.tv/Lassus. You can find out why he's named himself Lassus, and he apparently spelt laissez-faire wrong.
Is that really why his name is Lassus?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. I was just making that joke.
Oh, no, yeah, it's completely topical.
Wow, it feels like someone has turned the heat on in here.
I think they did to mess with us, actually.
It smells like the heater's
running. It smells
running.
like heat. They're laughing.
They're laughing out there.
They're laughing at us. Are you guys
Scum
serious?
production.
Oh my god. Hunbots is banned out, and there goes the Tiny Terror once again. I don't think she's been on stream today.
She's not going to play in any games.
She's
unless we see some kind of crazy, like, whatever, Anubis gets picked and wrecks everything, right? And you get a ban. Bart, let's stop that crazy train of thought I was going on there. Let's talk about Kumbhakarna being first picked.
Bart. They pick Kumbhakarna first.
I mean, you can at least pick Sobek.
Or Hercules, or Poseidon.
Dignitas. Do they pick Hercules here on top of their ruler? They're talking about it. You know they are.
Laskin Jungle Herc. Like no other. But then again, look what he did with Bastet in the last game. Incredible.
They take
Agni.
Dude, this life, I don't understand this life.
Ooh, yo, this game is just bad balanced.
Agni not picked.
Agni.
Not picked for like months. Nerfed first pick.
Well, you know what it is that people realize that Scylla's OP now, so she's getting banned out every game, and then Zeus is just like Garbo now.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, I know how to play Agni.
But Isis was like the flavor when you didn't get Poseidon or Scylla. It was like pick Isis.
That's a good
Now if you don't
point.
get Poseidon or Scylla, you pick Agni because he got nerfed. Duh.
And you know
And
what?
look at this, Poseidon's still not drafted for 5 a.m.
You could argue that he got a small buff with the Flame Wave Noxious Fumes, or that you can do the ult combo a little bit
Oh, they're picking the Snake Man.
better. See, I wouldn't do this. You do this because Warriors are nerfed.
Well, you should last pick this, right?
Yeah, not because they pick Vamana.
Well, but it's for Freya. It's coming, man. They're gonna pick Loki, and then they're gonna pick Hades, and they're gonna duo lane, just like the old days. Or Solo.
Bastet.
There you go. They
Yeah.
finally. Oh, back to Loki.
Maybe they'll switch to Kali?
Oh, they locked in the Snake.
Locked it.
The Snake better than Cat. Really early pick though.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Really early.
I don't really... maybe they're looking for more counter picks, but something important could get banned out here.
Well, who's gonna ban Loki? He's available as a 5th pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like, they could have picked something more important. Something important's going to get banned here. Poseidon gets taken away by Dig. I imagine this is going to be Hercules here, but they don't seem to care. I just don't think enough people have given him time recently to know what to do with him in a team fight presence.
Poseidon banned. Oh man, the air conditioning's on now.
There we go.
Oh, production. You trolled me, but it was so worth it to get the cooling after the heat. Yeah, final ban here.
Sun Wukong.
The Wukong? Okay, sure. Ban out of support. Why not? Just pick one. But you leave Geb open.
I
so.
think this, yeah, I mean, that doesn't change anything. Habwa going to be hovered on
Again?
and locked in for most likely Anatoly here, so likely to see him go solo lane. Option back over to 5 a.m. This is what I'm excited for, because I think Freya is going to be in the Hunter lane. What is Pern going to pick?
What
for
if
the
you
jungle?
just draft Tyr here? Right? Like, seriously, like, look at this team that Dignitas has. Agni, Uller, Loki, and Habwa. No frontline, no tankiness. Just draft. If you draft Tyr in the jungle and put Freya into the ADC role here.
I want to see Osiris.
Yeah, or Osiris. I mean, a bruiser here, another frontliner, Zhangque, Vamana, Kumbhakarna, and have Freya pumping the damage up against this team that has just nothing. They'll have one character for the front line. Could be an easy win for 5 Angry Men with
Only
proper.
a few seconds left.
Nemesis.
I think it's
They'll take the net.
It's
So,
gonna be Nemesis.
Nemesis, I guess she can stay with her protections, and it makes some sense, and she brings you more damage. Probably the more conventional pick.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I think they thought that the Habwa was going to the solo lane.
Habwa is going to the solo lane. That's support.
Ooh, you're right.
Against Freya. Why they do this?
You maybe Kumba?
That does stop throwback.
Okay, this makes more sense.
Would it,
Okay, there
would
we
it stop
go.
epic uppercut?
Athena.
Does cripple stop epic uppercut?
No, because it's an ultimate.
Some ultimates are dashes and can't be used now, or they used to.
No.
In the past, they have been.
No, I think we made it. Any ultimates, because they give you CC immunity, we changed it so that CC immunity drops current CCs off you that are refreshing, like chains.
Okay.
And chains doesn't even refresh, by the way. Chains
Right.
is a one-time application of cripple.
Right. Which is why if you beads in the beginning and it applies, you'll still get away from it. But yeah, it looks like Babin Mark is going to be the hunter. He'll be going to the duo lane with Pain of Yond, the Meatloaf himself,
The angry meatloaf.
the angry Meatloaf. And then they're going to be fighting up against Ares. So that should be an interesting lane.
This is the best patch ever.
You know, a lot of people, including myself, didn't really love it, and I'm looking at the board here, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, that's Sun Wukong still getting banned out, and then you're seeing Kumbhakarna pick first. Like
First pick Kumba.
something's good.
And, I saw on Twitter in between the games, Payne was like, new strategy, pick random support for Payne, win game. I don't think he plays Kumba. And they're going to draft it first for him
He
here.
barely
just 'cause
plays support. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's only in this, second month of support play. Looking pretty good.
yeah, man. I mean, going up against the veteran Shadow Q, he's going to have a lot more work cut out for him than I think he's expecting. But then again, he just got through Jeff Hindla.
And it is wildly, wildly dangerous and maybe even irresponsible to let Freya go through. I mean, she's so good.
Yeah,
Especially in this patch. Freya is the warrior killer.
yeah, she really is.
And with weakened warriors, man, I mean, not that Dignitas drafted any for that
I
matter.
think
but
she's actually the best answer to characters like Vamana and
And Herc.
Hercules.
Yeah.
But if you put her against squishy characters who don't have a lot of movement, I mean, Agni has a dash, sure, but when that dash is down, they don't have a Geb shield this time.
It's like if she hits him twice with Pulse Irradiate, he's dead. He's going to dash, he's going to ult, and he's going to die.
My issue here is that ShadowQ has been playing these supporting supports. Not supports that set up kills, supports that stop death.
Yep.
This time, he is playing a death support.
Aggro,
He's looking for damage.
But
So
they have Uller. I mean, that's a good aggro lane.
I agree, but we don't really see a lot of aggression early game from Zapman and from ShadowQ. They usually counter-initiate. It's the allied lanes that get super aggressive. It's the Barracuda lanes that like to get aggressive. Or even better, it's the Young Bay lanes that like to get aggressive. I'm interested to see what they're going to do here. Not to say that Zap doesn't have the ability to do it. He's obviously completely broken as a player. But this is, I think, a little bit outside of their normal comfort zone, at least in tournament. And going up against a character with such a serious mez, I don't understand how the chains are going to activate
Hard to
when
fight
he's
into
sleeping.
that. Yeah. Hard to fight into that, I agree. But we'll see how it all shakes out, guys. 5 angry men going up against Team Dignitas here, Game 1 of the Best of 3 finals in North America. This is our last series of the day. Could go down to 2, could go to 3. Dignitas, the favorites. 5 angry men, their first appearance in the finals, guys. Don't go anywhere. Game number 1 is up next. For DM, I'm hi-rez Barton. We'll see you in just a second. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finals. It's game number 1. The 5 angry men going up against Team Dignitas. Let me go ahead and introduce your teams. The blue team fighting out of the order side of the minimap, which is the bottom of the minimap in the left side of your spectator UI. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the 5 angry men, formerly known as Denial. Now, +1 Pern, who will be playing in the jungle as Nemesis using the wonderful Ninja Nemesis skin. Pain Divion will be your support on the Kumbhakarna. First pick, Madman Mark will be playing in the Hunter role. Let's hold that thought as Tolly's going to take a Mark, but the slow's not going to be enough to secure any kills, so we'll continue on. Madman Mark will be your Hunter as the Freya, and Rush will be the soul lane for Mana. Their opponents today, Team Dignitas. They are the Chaos team fighting on the top side of the minimap and the right side of your spectator UI. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Anatoly in the solo lane as Habwa with a Vampiric Shout, a Purple Pot, and 4 multi-potions. That's a loadout. Jenny and ShadowQ, a.k.a. Zapman ShadowQ, will be combining for the duo lane, Uller and Athena. Lassus in the jungle as Loki, and the best in the mid lane.
I want to see a 3-man rotation early game. I mean, that's how 5 AM are going to get into this game. He has a Purple Pot.
Yeah, get rid of the Purple Pot right away.
70 damage out of the gate with that.
Look at that, look at that. Purple Pot on Best, Red Pot on Lassus, Purple Pot on Tolly.
They're looking for early lane kills.
But looking for early game kills. Invade coming out from the boys of Easy Elo, a.k.a. 5 AM. Tolly.
I like the invade.
Tolly.
They got it. They got it.
Yeah, they get it. They get it easy for Pern.
But look at Pern.
But, I mean, what's Loki going to do here?
He's going to walk very slowly at them unmenacingly.
Yeah, he's not looking too scary, is he?
No, not at all. Blue buff is going to get started here, it looks like, and they're not really going to have much pressure. So I really don't see them being able to stop that. They're going back to lane here. Still, you should note that Pern's pretty low at this point.
Yeah, but, you know, he should be able to leash enough experience. Oh, no, not with those knockups from Tolly. God, that's so much damage with that Purple Pot early.
Yeah, I mean, it's 50 damage, and Habba has some of the best scaling in the entire game, on top of the fact that he gets passive damage even more as the game, or as he starts using abilities. So you see him get that knockup, back. It adds 5% scaling.
Oh, they're going to make a play on Rushed. They're going to make a play on Rushed.
And they don't
got it. They're not going to make the play. And I'm really honestly very surprised to see Lassus not counter-jungling, knowing that Pern went back.
Well, I mean, right now it looks like they're both going in. Rush can't get off the base. Pern's way back here. I think that's a guaranteed blue. There's nothing they can do about that one.
No, yeah, that's definitely going to go down well. Here comes Rush.
Don't do it, buddy.
All right, yeah, okay. It's going to go to Tolly.
Yeah, Tolly's got it. They're going to go back to lane very safely. Even got a little damage off with that decoy. Anatoly's sitting pretty right now. As you see in the mid lane, Best using that potion effectively, getting some creeps onto the tower. Not bad.
Yeah, and you know, Dignitas Lassus is going to stay in this lane for a bit longer than is traditional. They could have contested this red buff pretty easily up against Pern, who on Nemesis, not really a god that you look at as, you know, a level 1 powerhouse. They could have definitely put some pressure there, but they elect not to. Rush, however, taking a considerable amount of damage from Anatoly as he's getting down now to his last 200 HP.
So when Athena first came out, everyone was theory crafting, saying how can we use that ultimate? How can we get that teleport to come out as best we can? Everyone theory crafted Thor first. It didn't work. When people realized that Loki could use Assassinate and guarantee the damage from Defender of Olympus, when she lands, then gets Confound into Aim Strike, Vanish, Shield Wall 1, the damage is outrageous. There's nothing you can do about it. that is an instant guaranteed kill on the mid laner if they choose to go for it, guys. So make sure when you're watching those team fights, you're keeping an eye on where that Defender of Olympus is going, and subsequently where Lassus is going to be on the map as well.
Is level 5 now.
Oh, we're not going to have the Athena 5 for at least a little while longer. You see, he is level 4.
Shadow from the block, not level 5, as you mentioned there. So, totally going to shove a wave into the right side there. Going to go ahead and head back. That's a free back for him. Shouldn't lose too much experience off that. Yeah, it makes the face just throwing out auto attacks, just trying to scout Lassus. Actually doing considerable amount of damage there with his enhanced. Lassus soaks some XP in the mid. Covering for Best as he goes back left side lane. Looks like we're going to have a sleep out onto 2, plus the banish on to Zapman, but Shadowq there with the confound to stop that kill. But as you mentioned, definitely more of a kill style lane, even with the Athena, over necessarily the bail out Zapman style.
Right, I mean, well, that confound was still one of the best moves in the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Has the ability to shut down team fights. It's just amazing. So we're going to check in here. Look at Lassus. Oh, we have the combo!
There it is! And the Flame Wave finds it, but now they're going to walk into the confound, and that's going to be the disengage. But First Blood, Dudge goes away.
What was that assassinate?
Dude
just like dipped toward the gold Fury after his target was dead.
Right. Let's take another look at it.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what did go down. So you see the Athena ult starting to get channeled here at the beginning of this. Best is going to be the one we're going to be tagging along with. Ultimates. Look how close Athena came. She walked all the way over there just to ult. Probably could have had a little more XP in the lane, but Flame Wave is going to secure that kill pretty easily for the boys at Dignitas, and they strike First Blood, which will of course give them the 1,000 gold advantage early on here. Kumbhakarna in the mid lane. They're going to actually sleep out Best, but they're not going to find the root. It just doesn't last long enough. Man, Groggy Strike. Groggy Strike is like one of the most ridiculous abilities in the game.
Please, by all means.
It's just very silly, right? It does less damage than an in-hand, basically.
Yeah.
It does 53 damage at rank 1. However, it has a tremendously long channel time, also awkward.
2.5 seconds.
You are immune to knockups for the duration of it.
Right.
And you can move during it, you're not rooted.
Right.
And you can hit multiple targets with it.
Right.
It's a very strange ability.
It is very strange. It adds a lot, and you really have to think about how the applications will apply for it to use it well, because the move by itself isn't great. It's the combo potential.
Very underwhelming. Yeah.
But the combo potential of the move, especially after something like a 3.5-second mesmerize, is very, very powerful, because at worst, it forces out a jump ability. At best, it roots someone in place for your carry to blow them up.
It's one of my favorite abilities in the game. Just such strange trade-offs with it. It has to be used almost perfectly to get really any effectiveness out of it. But it is an effective ability. Interesting stuff.
I would like to see maybe the cast time reduced a little bit, if not only just to get the combo off of Epic Uppercut.
Right, yeah, you can't channel it with the Epic Uppercut.
It's close, but
it's true, very close.
Not close enough.
Why don't we just knock you up higher with Epic Uppercut? That's more fun. Pain?
Stay up there for 9
Pain's
seconds.
got a decent angle here on the Best. They're actually going to be able to sleep him after the dash here, but no follow-up from Mace to the face.
Yeah,
and Athena ultimate going to be blown. I mean, everybody, including Dignitas.
Oh! Epic Uppercut into the air.
Clever
Confound.
stuff.
I think he's going to be able to get out. Recall Demons. Last is actually in a lot of trouble here. Oh my god, how many? Oh, Assassinate's going to be used. One ghost is not going to do it.
Not enough. Yeah, it smacks him, but not hard enough. Now comes rotation from Jenny. Not going to find much on that, though.
This, in my opinion, wasn't a result of Pain being any better than anyone else in the world there. That was a direct result of Dignitas not knowing what to do against Kumbhakarna. They stood directly in the Epic Uppercut. Both of them got knocked back. That was just a misplay, honestly.
Yeah, he's tough to play against, as Loki especially. Like, I mean, he's got massive AoE CCs.
Yeah.
And Loki really needs to stick to targets.
All right, mid-camps are respawning. Shadowq has preemptive strike charged.
But he doesn't see Madman Mark.
Oh, that has to be recharged here. This could be a kill. Oh, Kumba's going way too deep. Pain has put himself in a terrible position. And you can see Jenny rotating back in. I don't know if he's going to find it.
Close.
I like the Hand of the Gods. That was smart.
Use it out before you die. Yeah. He can't stay there. Best wants this.
Shadowq. Shadowq. Did you just taunt the Athena? Do you know what taunt does?
Yeah. Now Zapman actually misses the stun there. Madman Mark, no more escapes left, but he's going to go toe-to-toe here. He's going to try to box. Jenny taking a lot of damage. Could go down. Rush finds Annis Holy in the soul lane in the mid-time with a dive from Pern as well, but no kills returned there from Dignitas. 5-figure men now going to be taking the lead.
I want to point out, not only did Zapman miss the stun, but Best missed Noxious Fumes as well.
That thing's like the size of like a football field.
Seriously, I mean, those were two really important abilities, and that was just misplaced. Those were mechanical errors. All right, so we're going to check in real quick. We didn't quite see the solo kill over on the right side, so we have a replay coming up for you. We're going to be following Rushed on this one. Now remember, DJ Pernicus is there as well. He just took the knockup, and it's totally trying to find a way out of this, but Divine, oh god, this isn't going to be a very long replay at all. Goodbye.
Yeah, not much to see there.
That was just ultimates and some damage, and then bang, we're back to the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you get all of your protections nerfed, what little protections you have as a Hubla,
Yeah.
and then you get hit by an Umbrella Ring that is at max rank now. That's
It could be. It depends on what he decided to go for. It looks like the Umbrella Ring might be actually level 1 at this point. I think he's going Armored Umbrella.
That's what I meant, Armored Umbrella, I'm sorry. But that ability hits like a truck.
Both of actually, Umbrella Ring hits a little bit harder, but you have to hit both hits, which is not something that is going to be available in every shot. Armored Umbrella, you can't miss it.
Vamana also has one of the last remaining instant cone damaging attacks in the game.
Rip Kali.
Rip Kali?
Bring it back. Hashtag bring it back, guys. Throw it in the chat. Hashtag bring it back. Support me. Support my 700 damage cone attack that I can blink in and use and kill mages in one hit. We're going to get a confound here, but looks like it's going to get CC immuned out. Right side, Anatoly has an opportunity. Pernicus is low. Rush has an opportunity as well.
Oh, he's going back in.
Anatoly, I don't like
Totally,
this, buddy.
please! But here comes the Athena. Athena with
The
a body block. So real.
We're going to put Shadow Q on the best. On the Jets, I mean. Just incredible. Defensive Player of the Year, right here.
And look how much stall. Here comes Best. GG. Get
Rushed.
wrecked.
The
Rushed.
tunnel vision.
Youch.
The tunnel vision.
Youch.
My man needs to put his glasses on.
He needs to apply some water to that.
Oof. Jenny going back in here. Not sure why Madman Mark is backing off. The jump has been used, guys. This is a big deal. But can he stop it? Can he stop it? The yawn's going to be used. Where is it? Nice.
No, he used it to CC Jenny at the beginning of that fight.
All right, that's going to be a 1-for-1. This could be a 2-for-1. Remember, guys, he has nowhere to go.
Ghost dead.
Those ghosts busted him.
Them Ghost.
Get Ghostbusters.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What was that?
Burn, tower diving.
Was that the theme song?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oof, another Ghostbuster shot coming out there.
Thanks. Thank you, production, for yelling who you going to call and completely ruining DM's train of thought. But we do have the tower dive on Agni. It is successful. Shadow Q going to contest this blue buff steal, but I assume he's going to think better of this.
Yeah, that's that was completely ill-conceived had he gone in there. He's actually going to charge up Preemptive Strike, and again, he should think better of that as well as he, uses it to clear some creeps, or at least gain a stack of that protection that he gains. DJ Pernicus will turn his sight to the mid-camp spot and check out the graph right now. Despite the fact that they're up 2 kills, there's really not that much of a difference.
Now, Dignitas, I mean, they've cut down on the Dignitas lead, but it still exists. 700 gold, 300 experience. Damn near even, but still a small advantage to them, and with a Gold Fury as well, could be a big one. They're starting to blow out the hand of the gods. Epic Uppercut comes out. Did he find the support? He did it with Shadow Q. Gold Fury reset now, as Dignitas is starting to fall back on their heels. Pernicus running in with shield active, jumping over. Totally in some trouble trying to sprint away, but it's going to be chased down by Nemesis, taking damage for his troubles. Best does find Pain to Beyond during this fight. Let's check back in with that one where Lassus getting quite low. Lassus indeed will fall, but Totally makes it out of that fight alive. Oh, here comes the Athena, ulting in onto Jenny, but so much slow.
Jump. I love the jump coming out from Mace to separate himself. Remember, guys, jumps will move you forward during stuns just until you land, so he separated himself a little bit more using that distance.
Wow, they're going to pop the ultimate and go deep under the tower.
I love it. Very smart. Madman Mark can actually keep turning here, but he's going to get stunned up. Noxious Fumes. Path of Flames doing a lot as well, but he can't deal with the damage. DJ Pernicus doesn't have any mana here. Should be careful. Jenny can do enough damage to really control this, but Rush is in a great spot. Path of Flames is going to be coming up in a second here. Stun's going to hit too, but it's not going to be good as we don't have the Flame Wave to follow up. And it totally rotates in. 5 Angry Men rotate out. That's a major win for them.
This looks like a team that beat COG.
You know, you gotta give it to Dignitas though. Despite the fact that they're down 4 kills right now, they're only down by 800 gold. But the farm has been good in the experience department, like Bart was saying, 2,800.
Yeah, I mean, 3,000 experience going the way of 5 a.m. right now. That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, and that graph just stair steps all the way up, starting about the 8-minute mark, 8.5-minute mark, goes right on up to a 3,000 experience advantage in favor of 5 Angry Men. They played the last about 4 minutes about as well as you're ever going to see.
Trying to clear away the wall here. It looks like he did get the Sentry Ward, but Lassus has rotated in. Pain is taking a ton of damage here. Anatoly's rotating in. Epic Uppercut has been used defensively. Throwback has been stopped. He's trying to get the root. He finds it, but will he have anything else? Double banish!
Wow, Anatoly's going to fall here. Turnaround starting to come. Best throwing out with meteors he can. Slow from Mace to the face, only hitting one. He's going to go ahead and purge it off. Doesn't have a stun available, but it should be a Gold Fury easily for the 5 Angry Men.
Maybe Pain does know how to play Kumbhakarna.
Maybe he's lying. Oh, Jenny in a lot of trouble here. Auto tech. There comes the confound. Not going to be enough. Jenny down to dots. Madman Mark still going to secure that ultimate. And it's now for sure a Gold Fury, where it was almost 100%. Now it is 100%.
Bart, what do you think the conversation is right now? Do you think it's people yelling at Pain for not playing Freya well enough, or is it Pain saying, "See, guys, I told you"? Either way, it's working out for the 5 Angry Men. 10-4 right now, and a Gold Fury in the pocket puts them up 2,800 gold. Delicious.
Nom, 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 nom.
And this is, Dignitas' current top seed in the world. 5 Angry Men come into this tournament as 6th seed. When was the last time that we have seen a 6th seed make it into finals?
Down to frag?
Yeah. And I think they were maybe even lower at that point. But the true 6th seed, I mean, they've lost tournaments. They felt like a 6th seed at this point. Look at what they're doing. Pain. I think everyone is really preaching out Kumbhakarna today.
Oh! They first picked him, and he's just doing work, too. It's looking really, really good. Lassus will find a kill on the Madman Mark. It does go the way of Anatoly. They're going to banish Lassus.
Too aggressive.
Pendavion will fall here. The Athena ultimate being channeled as well, just for good times. And down he goes, so a couple kills going the way of Dignitas now. They should have an opportunity to make up some of this gold deficit. But they're not going to try to push through the mid lane. They're going to respect the genre.
They should. I mean, they still have Rushed available, who did find a Tier 1 tower, in the last couple minutes or so. Not to mention Pernicus is up, and then, of course, Mace to the face with that Zhang still available as well. So they can't get too aggressive. They're not going to gain too much off that, but knowing Dig, I mean, you give them an inch, they take a couple miles.
Yeah, they'll certainly try to, at least. Looks like we're going to have the Demonic Grip coming out shortly from Madman Mark. Mace to the face going to be building into what appears for now to be the Warlock Sash. Anatoly going to get ulted yet again by Nemesis, and he is just free to DJ Pernicus.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nemesis, he can't use the ult. You can use Retribution on reaction.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's different now. It won't absorb all of the damage, just the value that he has ranked it up to.
Well,
probably only level 1.
And no, I think at this point it's going to be close to max. I can't imagine he's using his dash for damage.
Yeah, fair enough. Although her jungle clear is so poor without it.
That's a good point. But, I mean, at this point, he has hand 2. Or actually, no,
True.
He does not have hand 2.
And he is behind, so you're right. It probably is a max Retribution because he's behind Lassus and Loki.
Oh,
not
Burns
the fastest
taking
jungler.
serious damage. Retribution was late there, and the mid camp will go the way of the best.
Fair enough, so Best's going to steal that away. But yeah, I mean, back to the point I was making there is Lassus is a bit ahead.
Yeah, speaking of Lassus, he's rotating in towards the bottom side. He's going to be spotted out here by Pernicus, but I don't think Pernicus has the opportunity to box him.
Boom! Shakalaka!
I assume, though, that Vanish was used. I assume as well that Assassinate was used. Rush has a chance to answer. Mace to the face did not guess correctly. Lassus is trying to escape here. Clear the path going to be used. Can he get close enough? Anatoly rotates in. Umbrella ranks a little bit too far at this point.
Please.
And the slow, beautiful play.
But the Mez comes out, and now they're going to try to turn this on to Toly. A lot of magical damage going to be put into this fight. They have to go through that little choke there. Does 5 Angry Men, but they don't take too many Augie Bombs for their trouble, so looking good in the meantime. Madman Mark is winning this matchup versus Ullr Freya. Great individual play there.
I mean, his Freya has been on fire today. This is the Freya that we saw beat Snipe, and I'm pretty sure they picked him, or picked her, rather. Yes?
Yeah, it was Kronos versus Freya.
Kronos, yeah. And they were able to get it done. I mean, this Freya pick for him has been so strong today.
Yeah, it's looking quite nice.
All right, so it looks like Jenny and Shadow Q trying to push down Madman Mark once again, but he is undeterred. No fear whatsoever. Lassus taking the red buff here. Not really sure what I'm seeing Pain do. Is he looking for a chance to steal it? He was super late to that. Not sure what he's looking for. Looks like he's going to card the best. He was too young to get to the club anyway.
Jeez. That one, hit me out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it.
Left side, more pushing coming out from Mark. And Pain as he rotates in as well. It looks like just shadows here. You see Jenny coming back down. Mr. Zapman looking to keep his experience farming, which is why you don't see the shield wall coming out just yet. But look at Lassus. In an opportunity for
He's in no man's land.
Yeah, I think he's going to look for... Oh, he's just backing. That's boring.
Yeah,
I'm bored now.
Yeah, he does, I mean, Mesa Face does rotate out, but Vamana's already there. Nemesis holding down this lane, soaking up some experience. Pretty smart, actually. I mean, she's going to get... She needs the levels a little bit. As we mentioned, she's falling a little bit behind Lassus, so getting some lane experience definitely going to help out.
Yeah, I mean, level 12, like you said, Blast is not really too far ahead. I mean, their gold is similar, but that's generally given the fact that 5 Angry Men has around a 2K lead, a little bit less than the boys on Team Dignitas. But at the same time, they're playing very well. I mean, you look at the experience on the graph as well. It's about 3,000, and you can see that reflected in the levels. Rush, level 16 right now, really big. Mace to the face, Madman Mark, both level 16. Taking a look at Jenny, she's 14. Taking a look at the best, 15. Taking a look at Anatoly, 15. This one's on the back of Lassus right now.
Apollo wasn't picked or banned in this game.
That infuriates me to no end.
So counter ward, Zatman does ward right into a sentry for the 5 Angry Men, so that's gone. They don't have any vision of the Gold Fury at the moment, and she has just respawned, pinned him on. No, they're not going to fight him. Immediately, the steps from both players right in the other direction, and now counter ward coming back out.
So, you know, mentioning that your Apollo wasn't picked or banned, you should note that that was probably due to the Freya pick. They went into a magical hunter. Please note, guys, that aside from Freya, Madman Mark is known as an Apollo player. Meaning, if they decide to ban that Freya out, he still has a very viable option.
Wow, the Sentry game is still going on. Now going back in favor of 5 Angry Men. A lot of gold being wasted here at this Gold Fury.
Yeah, they poked that eyeball down.
Right in the eye.
Right in the eye. Card going to be coming out. Shadow Q might be in some trouble. Yawn looks like Groggy Strike is going to be deterred by the Banish. They're not getting a lot of damage off. They got nothing done here. And the Best actually did a fair amount himself. You can see that reflected in the life bars. But the rotation
left
over,
side lane last. Yeah. So, or Jenny.
Jenny is just not in a good spot. Gets picked off by 2. This could be a good opportunity. Oh, they forced out. I think this could be a rush for them. I honestly think they can go for the dive and get something done. They just have to be wary of Anatoly. But the dash is down. They only really have to worry about a little bit of burst damage. Really, Pernicus should be turning around and keeping that Athena out.
Shadow Q, confound,
he's got
Hog, he got it.
He got it. They missed the hand.
That was easy.
They missed the hand. He'll go down for it, but that was he's definitely screaming words.
Why, Toly?
Oh, Anatoly, that was not.
And take a ride, fall back down, and somehow in the midst of all of that, the Kumpakarna in hand gets the kill.
Man, they had it. They should have just let that one go. What happened there was pain. A little bit too early. Threw that hand before the execute range and missed it.
Oh, Blastus is backdooring.
He's trying to, at least. He is forced out right there, but... Oh, what? What?
You what, mate? Oh, that's a beautiful meteor over the wall with that ward. That's what that
man.
was.
I mean, that's the Best. I think the Best is one of the strongest players in terms of throwing damage at people when they don't expect it. He has the best surprise damage.
Best is known for hitting anybody that comes near the mid lane.
Like, if he usually boards up the mid lane, and if you walk into it, you take a water spout water cannon, or you'll take a meteor, or you take 2 Zeus stacks and a detonate.
Yep,
and you walk in with half health.
That tends to be his bailiwick.
I'm sorry?
Bailiwick.
What is a bailiwick?
You don't know what a bailiwick is?
No.
Oh man, you're missing out on a great word. Bailiwick is the area proper to a bailiff, is what the word means.
Huh.
So it's the area you control. It's your wheelhouse.
See, now I can't use the word, though.
What, bailiwick?
Because now if I use the word, it's your word, and I stole it.
That's true.
I'm out. I quit Smite.
Thank you. I also want to point out that Zatman is a considerably better player than Jenny Z.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen today, I mean, Jenny Z did not do super well against Snoopy. Jenny Z right now 1-4-3 against Madman Mark, whereas Zatman was generally very successful against both of those players.
Yeah, true.
Do you think Jenny's going to be going back to the block too? We're going to see the return of Zap?
Yeah, we may be back on the block. We may be.
And before tweets.
You know what this is, really, though? It's just the DJ Pernicus show.
Yeah, he's just running around doing stuff.
I mean, like, Dignitas just doesn't have a good answer, it seems like.
I want to point out, back in the heyday, when Denial was like the big boys, right?
Hey.
That was all about Mace to the Face Zhang Kui.
Yeah?
6-0-3, my man is back.
Yo, Zhang Kui, people just got mad.
I'm just playing him now. Forget, I don't care. And
well, this is how it goes, right? I mean, it's one of those things, right? You get the nerf to him, and all of a sudden you have, hold that thought as Rush does get exploded.
That's kind of crazy that Loki was able to find a kill onto Vamana, even with the help of Habwa. Like, that Vamana should have been able to stay alive. I mean, you're looking at Rush, he still has his ultimate available to him, which means that was just burst damage.
Actually, May's going to save that tower somehow. But, he got nerfed pretty hard.
Right.
Granted, it was not a soft nerf. It was a hard nerf. But still pretty potent at doing the things that he does.
Right.
Dotting people up, having good sustain, and doing a lot of damage in team fights. And often it just takes some time for people to try to revisit them after they fall out of favor. We see it a lot, Sobek being the prime example, where Charge Prey no longer went through minions, and everyone was like, the god is unplayably bad,
Yeah.
and then was first pick, first ban for 6 months. So,
Yeah. Good old Sobek.
I mean, even Hubwa.
I mean, I think Habwa's not really, maybe not having a super great showing today regardless, but, I mean, he's definitely still potent. Look what he just did to a Vamana.
Yeah, I mean, he comes in and out of the meta, so to speak, really often as well. It'll be like, no one talking about Hubwa, no one playing Hubwa, and then all of a sudden every pick in the mid lane is like, oh, well, if we don't ban Hubwa, they're just going to kill us.
So, right side, looks like Rush putting himself into a position to farm again. Left side, Man Mark still trying to get even damage on the tower. Despite his success, oh, that was a really good axe and a really bad dodge coming up. Again, he banished him out of the Groggy Strike. That's the third time this game. They have to communicate. If he hit that Groggy Strike, they could have forced out damage, forced the jump, followed up with the banish, and then that would have been probably a kill. And now Freya's forced to ult. He's not getting away from this.
And Lassus just takes no damage from that, even as Loki with that Athena ultimate on the back of it. They just misses the banish there. But here comes the rest of the pain train. 5 angry men looking real angry here. Is going to try to secure the kill on a Jenny. Pernicus running around going nuts. There's the crushing wave, but only hitting the tanks. Mace in the face will fall here, but likely going to cost Anatoly his life. No, doing a great job kiting around. No slows, really. Oh, Lassus going to find the damage on a Pern. Pern taking a lot there. Girdle of support use, it appears. Pernicus actually will pick up the kill on Anatoly, and that's a lot of Dignitas' damage now. They need to run as Rush and Pern can easily clean this up. Lassus is split away from the team, and it looks like Dignitas, Shadowhue, and the best will be retreating to their tower.
A 2 for 2?
2 for 2, Tolly and Jenny Z on Uller traded for the mid, and they, yeah, pretty much even.
I would say only in favor of 5 Angry Men due to the fact that their respawn timers are up sooner on both ends.
Lassus going for a bit of counter jungling here.
This is the Lassus that I love to see. Low health, low mana, still farming. Love it.
The blue buff just respawned and he sees it. He's going to go, though. They're trying to rotate over. He has that ward there spotting them out and said, okay, fine.
He was about half second from dying.
He was seriously considering fighting that blue buff.
He weighed his options and head back to the base, though. 5 Angry Men continues to maintain their lead, 16-11. But that's only in kills. Take a look at the goal, Bart.
1,000?
In favor of Dig.
Yeah, they brought it all the way back.
I don't understand. I mean,
it swung both ways, though. But Dignitas had around that 7-8 minute mark, a 2,000 gold lead. And then around the 12.5 minute mark, it was 2,500 in favor of the 5 Angry Men, and now we're back to 1,000 gold in favor of Dignitas. So
Payne just sat there trying to auto-attack minions down with Kumbhakarna. Needless to say, he lost that mid-camp.
Yeah, the underwhelming in hands of the Kumbhakarna. 53 damage a swing,
Rough.
if you're lucky.
Throwback into the Mighty Yawn there is going to miss, as the best was able to dash out before taking that Mesmerize. That's going to stop them from getting that push potential there. But still, we have a pretty much dead-even game. 25 minutes in. Gold Fury available. Fire Giant available. 5 towers on the Dignitas side. 4 towers remaining on the side of 5 Angry Men. Still, we have a very even game.
And it appears that Zapman has grown tired of trying to fight that Freya and box Madman Mark. So he's actually rotated over to the right side lane where he's being going up against Vamana and Hobla taking over duties in the left lane.
Huh. I mean, honestly, it depends on where Freya gets her hits. That can be a very easy kill for Freya.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very common 1v1 matchup. Freya goes for the banish, Hobble goes for the water spout. Whoever hits it, wins. That's just front to back. That's the entire fight.
Yeah.
But neither player's really looking to move forward. And if Madman gets baited here, Lassus in the left lane is ready to go. In fact, Lassus is going in on the left side. No, crushing wave will be Aegis. He's trying to get up, but the burst damage was too much. The 2-on-1 will result in 1 for nothing.
And it's a Heartseeker for Lass. We didn't even really mention that, but that item on Loki is just so much. Like, raw damage is insane for this character.
Kumbhakarna nowhere to be found here. I don't know what they're going to try to do without him. They're going to try to rush in. It looks like he's trying to get in there. The Gold Fury was reset. Spout's going to miss the crushing wave.
Forced out of this fight.
Yeah, this is they used a lot already.
Oh,
holy!
Burn! Go home, sir!
Remember, she is an assassin now. Her damage, or rather her defenses were mitigated.
Trying to take out Mace now as well as Lass. They will find that kill from Jenny. They're going to taunt rush back in, but Lassus has to be careful. He could die to pretty much anything. In fact, it is going to be the Kumbhakarna plus... Wow. Everyone just gets sleepy all of a sudden. How did that even happen?
It's so silly to watch 3 people just fall asleep. Taunts are contagious. Looks like Pain is going to try to contest. Confound can usually just stop this outright. And just moving forward, they're going to allow Jenny to try to burn that down herself and keep that solid. Pain can no longer even contest this. And looks like Gold Fury will go to Team Dignitas.
And that's, sir, 3,500 gold, 3,300 experience. Once again, the reins wrestled back by Team Dignitas.
Level 20s to go coming out. Mace to the Face and Rushed have already activated. Madman Mark level 17 as well. But you take a look at Mr. Lassus. He is the top on the board right now as the jungler. Not only winning his role, but being the highest farm on his team at 12-5. Subsequently, the highest farm in the game.
12 and 5.
That's pretty deep. I mean, considering Rush is 12-1 right now, he's doing a good job. That last engagement really helped. Found the kill on, I think once Madman Mark was out of the equation, they couldn't fight. They're relying on that Freya damage.
They're relying on the DJ Pernicus Nemesis damage on top of Freya. And every fight that's gone well for 5 Angry Men, Pernicus has found Hubwa.
Yeah.
And just shut him out. This game, he tries to loop around the Gold Fury in this last engagement, and Agni Bombs are there waiting for him, so he has to come all the way back around. By that point, Crushing Wave and Water Cannon had already come out twice, so the damage was already dealt by the Rod of Tahuti plus CDR plus Spell Focus Hubwa, who is now a complete wrecking force.
Anatoly is having a much better showing than he was having.
He's already
in the
sitting
earlier game.
top damage of the game, right behind Best. Well, no, just behind Best. 600 damage behind the Best.
Oh, Rush again fighting 2 people here. It looks like he's going to try to chase down Lassus, but he's not.
Fatalis.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to chase that one down, especially with the banish. On top of the fact that the speed buff is activated on Loki as well. There's no way you're catching that.
Oh my goodness, this game is really, really back and forth. I mean, we've had some massive swings so far. Dignitas now with the biggest lead of the game, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's safe for them. They're going to try to fight Rush. Last is dumping everything. They're actually going to stop him and clear the path. That's really, really good news for them. His ultimate is down. That's a dead Vamana. That could... is that a fire giant?
I mean, Rush down. I mean, Rush didn't have his ultimate there regardless, but still, taking that down, Lassus is kind of low health at this point. He looks like he's going to back to the base. Fire Giant's just not secure at this point. There's just too many people on 5 a.m. ready to fight.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's pretty tough to keep Kumba from doing whatever he wants in those fights. However, Mez not effective.
Jenny is in some trouble here. She took the banish, but Madman Mark threw his first 2 shots into the wall there, not getting the angle he was looking for.
Zap.
Jenny's got, look at the push here. Heavenly Agility used after the sprint. Madman Mark just trying to get away. Oh, Confound's going to be used. Noxious Fumes is not going to stun because of beads, and they're going to get the tier 1.
Yep, there goes tier 1, just like that. Anatoly now being caught up by Pain down to Mace in the face. Not sure if they have enough damage to deal with the Hubwa, though. Knock up. Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's real dead.
But look at the tier 2 getting pressured on the left side. Madman Mark can't deal with the amount of damage they're putting forth. They're going to have to trade something here. Honestly, there's no way they can stop Jenny from getting that structure damage. This is what he does best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, a couple towers being taken down. That's just an expand the Dignitas gold lead. That's all good news for them. In hand, sitting about 1,000 for, 1,400 for Jenny, 1,500 for Shadow Q, 1,800 for Best. So a lot of damage items able to come out, but they're going to re-engage now. The Madman Mark has gone up and tried to farm. It's a trouble. It's a Freya. There goes a take to the skies. Valkyrie's Discretion being used. Jenny actually taking quite a bit of damage. Rush should be able to clean this up fairly easily. The baser's really, really real.
The
Madman Mark playing the Lassus game.
The base!
Correct.
Destruction!
Correct.
That Aegis was perfect. That was one of the top 5 Aegis uses I think I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, that's the 5 Angry Men should be Aegis gaming. The last game we saw them, the bait from Pern with the Aegis was really, really nice. In this game, we see another bait coming out, this time on the back of Madman Mark.
Well, now Team Dignitas down 2 of their highest damaging players, just have to worry about 1 execution of what's called Hand of the Gods, and maybe some damage coming out from Lassus. Otherwise, this is a free Fire Giant. I mean, really, if they can keep Athena out, there's not much that can happen, but this thing's only down about 15, 20, 30%. Now that Madman's shown up, the damage is getting real. They're going to turn their sights.
Here.
This could be a turnaround.
Also, you can't Mez during lava.
Pain's dead. I mean, he's out of the fight. This hasn't been reset yet either. It's still throwing damage out hardcore. Finally gets reset. Dignitas able to hold this off, and Best respawns. Jenny respawned. Kumbhakarna out of the fight. Anatoly, though, in trouble. Lazy backs. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this one. Pernicus looking for the dash here. Rotation coming over from Best. Defender of the Olympus getting channeled and will get wasted.
Best. Why so lazy? In the meantime, Lassus does find Pain. But, what? Oh.
Man, that This is the lazy back central right now. 2 people getting caught on 2 opposite teams, man.
The Lassie's back?
What?
Lassie's back?
All right, so Dignitas going to try to counter here. No Hand of the Gods right now immediately available. Is Rush? I'm sorry. Does Rush have it? Yes. No, he does not. He has hand 1, which means he would need a quadra kill to stop this, and he will not find it. Team Dignitas finds the kill they were looking for, and
Such
bang.
map awareness from DJ Pernicus there. He sees Lassus go invisible from the ward, and immediately dashes away. Likely would have died had he not done it.
Yeah.
Smart player.
This is where we saw the same place the game changers were. I mean, this is rough. They were doing well, they were winning engagements, but they just lost the Fire Giant. What do you do now? What happened to that guy?
Lose the Gold Fury also?
They got both.
Yeah, I mean, 33 minutes, the gold, I mean, 1,500 gold on top of their 6,000 advantage. I mean, that's a big amount of gold for them. Right?
Rather,
I mean, that's 25% of their total net worth advantage.
Rather, more importantly, it's 1,500 gold that didn't go.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, they already have the lead. They have the Fire
Last
Giant.
hunting in the jungle. Not sure if he sees Rush, but he's going to try to assassinate Mace in the face. He's going to be in a lot of trouble, though. And he's just going to go ahead and assassinate away. Assassinate that lovely patch of grass right there.
I mean, take a look at Lassus's build, though. That's full CDR. That's going to be back up in 50 seconds.
Yeah, and he's going to finish this off with that Deathbringer. Just in case he crits. I actually asked him about this build, and I was like, why build crit? Because Loki's not really an in-hander. He's like, because if you do, right, if you do get the crit, and now it's going to be Mesa Face and Rush caught out pretty bad. I'm not sure Large Baby's going to save you. Jenny hitting like a truck.
And Shadow Q rotating over, Best rotating over as well.
Not looking good.
They have Fire Giant. 2 of their major damage dealers are already down. Pernicus, Nemesis can't put out damage like that. Freya can, but she can get blown up in the meantime. Heavenly Agility's going to be activated. Push right in. Madman Mark in a lot of trouble here. Confound still not used, strangely enough, but they do manage to use it in the deep end. Anatoly finding himself getting a lot of damage taken. Madman Mark blowing up as they turn their sights to Kumbhakarna. Not the person they really should have went on. Triple banish. Madman Mark gets some damage done, but like we said, full CDR assassinate online, and bang.
That was great. They actually tried to body block him in there. I guess they just kind of forgot who Freya was. And there is a full team sleep.
Poor Kumbhakarna.
Okay, Shadow Q's going to dive, and this could very well be the game. They have a lot of damage here. There's a being channeled.
They're stacked up here. Epic uppercut.
Oh, it's going to knock them all back, doing a lot of damage.
No, it's not enough.
What? It's not going to be enough. Yeah, Flame Wave would have ticked it down there. And that was a pretty dang close game, if I do say so myself. I'm not even going to get my jacket on.
Nope.
Screw it. We're going in our shirt sleeves, ladies and gentlemen. Not enough time. Sorry, it's a bit hot in here.
We tried.
Here. I'll make it a little better for you, chat. There you go. Okay, taking a look at the end of game stats. Keep that thing in.
I'm doing the opposite. I don't want to be anything like you.
DM. What went wrong for the 5-Aaron men this game?
Well, Kumba has a lot of CC. Something he doesn't have is a lot of damage. Did 7,200. Athena actually did less there. Closer to 6,000. But I saw the Confounds just being a little bit stronger than the Mighty Yawns. Ultimately, they let Lassus run around and do what Lassus does. Look at the damage Lassus put out.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the calculator real quick. We're going in.
Okay, hold on.
All right, 5 Angry Men. 5 Angry Men deals 7275 on Pain, 17074 on Mace of the Face, 14415 on DJ Pern, 14275, 19709. Okay, 72,000 player damage put out by 5 Angry Men in that game.
That's a lot.
72,000 is nothing to scoff at. Let's take a look at Dignitas. 26,900, not 99,000. 26,900 plus 22,100
Wait, Bart,
plus...
do me a favor, skip Shadow Q, skip Jenny. Do Anatoly.
25797. Okay, so without Shadow Q and without their Hunter, 2,000 more damage than 5 Angry Men as a team put out. You're right. And then when you add in everyone else, they outclass them by almost 20,000 damage. And that's really what went wrong. They got just so much damage.
And until the end there, they were down in kills the whole time.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, that is going to bring us in to a quick replay.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have the last fight ready to go for you before you throw you over to a break. So let's take a look at it right now.
So you're going to see here, watch the Best. Really watch Shadow Q on the right side. He dashes in, and he just keeps Mark busy while Best just starts raining hellfire. I mean, there really wasn't anything they could do. They focused too much on Anatoly, who dashes along with them. Now, Madman Mark does find the kill in the background, but the Best undeterred.
It's banished, though.
Yeah, the banish about to come out, but they don't get the Best, and the Best was able to just continue forward. But at that point, Lass has killed him already. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
What a play.
What was that?
I mean, a great banish, but
How did that Phoenix get behind us? It's gone now, but I swear it was.
It was just there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us for game number 1. Coming up next is game number 2. Can Dignitas finish out the Five-Finger Men, or will they have some resurgence turnabout for game number 3? We'll find out in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Up next, Dignitas versus Five-Finger Men, game 2. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the picking and banning phase. Team Dignitas versus the Five-Finger Men.
Ooh. You see what I see?
Do you see what I see? Yeah, Team Dignitas taking first pick.
Yeah.
But that's because Five-Finger Men got to choose.
What?
Five-Finger Men
No.
got to choose.
Losers choose.
Yes. And Dignitas won game 1.
Oh, right. Rips.
I
forgot. Five-Finger Men played so well, it was so surprising to see them go down in the end.
Oh, my.
Hi.
Hey-oh.
Is this
the genre was banned. We missed it.
Is this real life? Is that real?
What?
That Zhang Kui just got banned?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, totally. Like I said,
This is absolutely nuts.
this is the game Afro gets through.
Oh, you think so? Oh!
Yo.
Back to back, the respect.
Yo.
God. All right, so option back to Dignitas. Let's see what happens here.
Wow.
Incredible. Dignitas, only a few seconds left. We see Zhang Kui has already been banned out. Wonder what we're going to see next. Freya. Double.
Wow, I mean, there's banned on everything from the last game.
Double respect ban. This is absolutely crazy. Now, Loki, are we going to see a quadruple respect ban, but who would be the respect ban here? Yeah, Aphrodite. Still going to get taken out. Hercules. Scylla got through!
Every single god that, people like to ban and play got through.
Jeez, man. Scylla's through. Hercules available. Poseidon's available. There's the Kumbhakarna pick. Pain Deviant having a pretty successful game last game. I expect we're going to see Apollo here. Madman Mark.
Tumba Apollo is the first 2. Are they going to take the Uller? On her even? Madman Mark an on her player for sure.
He is pretty strong with pretty much everyone. Maybe not to the same level that Mr. Zatman is, of course. Zatman, like we talked about before, has every hunter at legendary status, including a few junglers.
So it looks like they've actually locked the Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo, very, very strong right now. Definitely like that lock. Kumbhakarna likely to be locked as well.
There he is. The man with the nipple.
What?
He's the man with the nipples. Him and Zhang Kui are like the only 2 gods that have nips. Hercules doesn't have them.
What do you mean Hercules doesn't have nipples?
Hey, look at his model. He has no nipples. It's just all peck.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm not really trying to look at a bunch of nipples.
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it up.
All day. Hunbot's going to be covered on as well as Athena. Very similar. Athena can use the ultimate onto Hunbot. Hunbot can teleport in.
Yeah, see, it's a little fleshy nub, but that's not really a nipple.
It's enough.
It's enough? You count that?
I guess. All right, right side. Kumbhakarna already locked in. Apollo already locked in. Option to 5 Angry Men before ban phase. This is a very strong ban phase for them. They have pick, ban, pick opportunity right now.
Yeah.
This can be a really big play for them. They got to pick the right gods. I love it.
Master of the laugh.
Do you think we're going to see a Hobble ban?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Wow.
I do think that. 4
respect bans this game so far. We still have one more.
I don't know if you call Hobble a respect ban. They've picked him in every game.
I don't know, man. I don't think many teams besides Dig are really going to play him at that level.
Okay, fair enough.
I think they're afraid of Anatoly. More than anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Hubble's a really good matchup versus Ra.
Agni going to be banned out there. Likely a shot to Mace to the face. That's going to be a hard pick there since Ra's likely was heading to the solo lane, but Poseidon's still available. I would have to say this should be Poseidon. No one else is going to be able to compete with Missilla.
They have to. I mean, they don't have to pick it here, but they need to draft it. They could pick Isis.
They could pick Isis. I mean, she doesn't do terribly. Vamana actually going to get grabbed and locked in. Humbos is already locked in. It's unlikely. I don't see Vamana having too much trouble in the solo lane. There's not really a lot of options. You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see? Oh, right. I'm saying Vamana is going to the soul lane. I don't see him having a lot of trouble. So, you know I want to see Chang'e. There's no reason not to pick her. Great CC, healing reduction. I want to see it.
I got a great reason not to pick her.
No, you don't.
She's not that good.
You're not that good.
Taking a look at Ares now, and Artemis, I'm sorry, is Team Dignitas.
Okay, so they're looking for solo lane.
They're going to run an unconventional soul lane versus Ra.
And this is
Artemis
Anatoly.
Vamana, sorry.
We don't see a lot of solo Bakasura. Anatoly.
Wow, the Cape of Flesh has come to the battleground.
Is that his name?
Bakasura? No, he's wearing a cape of human skins.
Is he really? That's
there's even like teeth on it.
That's
like
disgusting.
Teeth and eyes.
Yeah. Ew.
He's the great devourer.
Oh, dude, he's gross.
Yeah. Bakatoli.
Also gross.
Baka Gaijin.
All right, so it looks like Baka's going to be going up against Vamana. Actually, not a terrible matchup for Baka.
Oh, yes! Pern! The Pern is so real.
Yes.
Bro Cyrus.
Love it. Don't make that skin, please.
Yeah, Bro Cyrus, Broden, Hebro. We could have so many good bro skins.
I hate it. I
we
hate them.
So many good bro
I
skins.
hate them so much.
Yo,
you tethered
Cyrus.
Like, it's not funny.
Come on, that's pretty funny. You're laughing.
I'm laughing at you. I love Osiris. I think he's very good. I think he's underrated. Ton of damage, great CC, and great damage mitigation.
And wild late game.
Yeah, I mean, similar to Kali with the attack
Similar
chain.
to Mercury.
Yeah, I mean, either one. I mean, he is a hyper carry that doesn't have a weak early game, which is dangerous. Not as much CC as Mercury, not as much CC as Kali, but the CC he does have puts him in a good spot. It forces them into bad situations. He can chase with the Psycho Crusher.
Here's my problem with it. You're picking it into Baka. You're picking it into true damage. You know, physical mitigation is going to be really nice against Zapman and Lass, but most of the damage is going to come from the best for most of the game.
I think my real issue is the fact that Pernicus is going to try to get that tether off. Hunbots has two forms of escape. Scylla can just jump away from it. We have Shadow Q.
It destroys Zapman, though. Artemis.
Oh, yeah. Artemis. Well, Artemis can actually counter the activation with Boar.
Sure. Right. Stun him out.
There's options. They just have to be careful. But this is the character that Pernicus used when their team beat Cognitive.
There's actually no good targets.
Yeah, that's not...
Every single one of them has an escape.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Well, he can bait the Anatoly jump or the Shadow Q jump, and if he does, he can definitely counter that. And remember, Psycho Crusher does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Who knows what that ability's actual name is?
I did.
It's Psycho Crusher.
No, I'm just calling it Psycho Crusher.
Yeah, we tried very hard to have it called Psycho Crusher.
And what happened?
Didn't want to call it Psycho Crusher. I know. We got Rising Jaguar.
Was it that Yeah, we did. That's the only reason I remember what the move's called.
And Berserker Barrage.
That's true. Wow, you guys like fighting games.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kabir, KB.
Kabir doing work. All right, guys, that is going to take us into the final countdown here for game number 2 in the finals. Team Dignitas versus the 5 Angry Men. We'll see if this can go down in 2 games for Dignitas or if DJ Pernicus's Osiris will carry them to victory. Find out in just a couple of minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Game number 2 up next. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2 of the finals. Dignitas up 1-0 with an opportunity to take down week number 5. We'll see how it all goes down in just a moment. Let's go ahead and introduce your teams. They are the blue team fighting out of the bottom of the minimap, the left side of your spectator UI. They are the order team, Team Dignitas. It is Anatoly in the soul lane is Bakasura. It'll be Zapman and Shadow Q combining for the Artemis and Athena duo lane. Lassus will be your jungler as Hunbots, and the best in the mid lane as Scylla. Their opponents today, and in the second game of this best of 3, will be the 5 Angry Men. They are the red team, the chaos side of the map, top side of your minimap, right side of your spectator UI. They are Madman Mark and Pain Devion combining for the Apollo and Kumbhakarna duo lane. DJ Pernicus in the jungle as Osiris. Mace in the face will be your mid laner as Ra, and Rush will be your solo lane, Vamana.
So DJ Pernicus has opted into Death Toll, which is probably one of the best item to god combinations in the game currently. Not only is his attack chain lightning fast with a 0.51 combination, but the 3rd and 4th hits are AoE cone respectively. That's crazy. And with Death Toll, that means, 5 health, 15, 15, all gained back on top of the mana gain. So I love that pickup there.
Power, Hog 2, a lot of clear, a lot of pots as well.
Yeah, I don't really know what the monopots are about. I mean, he should have, all right, he should have, maybe relied a little bit more on the blue buff. He could have picked up even a multi-potions here, which could, if you haven't checked it, the health pot, multi-pot, both health ticking at the same time, 15 per second. It's like having a green buff again.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think
I
about that.
love green buff.
Yeah, double up.
Rip green buff.
Red, green buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow buff is the OP one. DJ Pernick is looking for a very early killer in the mid lane. Actually going to miss his first axe toss, or scythe toss, I guess, as it were. But that should be okay. He's going to heal right back up under that raw beam. They're going to force out a sentinel from the best. So
Do you think he'll change his
keeping
name?
him honest. Whom?
DM Pernicus. That sounds awesome. He should do that.
Dungeon Master Pernicus?
That's not what it means.
Oh.
All right. So we're about a minute into the game. No major aggressions coming out, though, on the left side. Oh, wait, let me fix my
Major
face
aggression
here.
coming on the left side. As Pandivan goes down to, a pre-level 5 Artemis.
Yeah, I mean, the confound was good. I mean, Artemis, though, volley damage, so strong. Suppress the insolent right side. It looks like Clear the Path will get rushed back to his tower safely, but they still have dive opportunities on both ends.
Yeah, Pern's actually going to be looking for a steal here at the orange buff. Can we get the rally from Dignitas? Yes, they can. Pernicus could be in a little bit of trouble here. Uh-oh, Shadow Q's going to know he's there. Where's the Scylla and Ra fight? They've zoned out Scylla fairly well from this. Pern has no ultimate, no escape, but they will rotate the level 2 support over here to help. Kumbakarna going to start getting pretty far behind.
Last is taking some damage. Level 4. Will he go for the teleport? Nice crush from the best. Not only deters the path, but they're going to pick up Pain again.
What a
that
trap.
is super, super crazy, man.
Oh, and now they're going to find Pern. That means red pot bye-bye. Another kill for Jenny.
This
is a great
is
start
not
for
looking
Dig.
good for our heroes.
Yeah, it is not. Unfortunately, the 5 disgruntled gentlemen are not having a great game here so far. Also want to point out the trap by Zapman. The stun came out on a Bakasura just closer to the mid lane on the other side of it, and wow, just completely saved his teammate's life.
So Bart, I'm thinking later, picnic?
Yeah?
Yeah, picnic.
For a perfect Sunday?
Yes! Oh, that would be tomorrow then. What are you doing tomorrow? I don't care.
I'm not hanging out with you, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. That sounds wonderful. I've already seen you 2 days in a row, and it's basically been the worst weekend of my life.
And it's not even the weekend yet.
What?
Only Sunday's the weekend.
What?
It's the end of the week.
Sunday's the beginning of the week.
No, I don't subscribe to that.
Subscribe to my channel, though. You can.
You don't have any good emotes.
What? You're crazy.
No.
The flower. And you get the perfect Sunday emote. It's the best one.
True story. The only person I subscribe to is DJ Wheat.
Oh, word. He deserves it.
I just did it because it was his birthday.
Left side mid camp going to be taken. Dignitas has like complete control here, guys. I mean, there really isn't very much to call out here. I mean, Dig just has complete control over the map. We see a rotation coming over from Shadow Q. It took 3 people on the left camp from Easy Elo to be able to take that one down. They still lost the right to 1 person. The rotations have been very strong. They're actually only down about 800 gold, which is impressive considering where they are at this point, given the fact that they lost First Blood. But at the same time, DJ Pernicus has lost his potion. Pain de Beyond is level 3
Look at this.
at 4 minutes of the game.
4 members of Easy Elo, the 5-finger men, are surrounding Lassus at their orange buff, and they did not engage.
They can't. I mean,
They
he just
can't.
jumped over the wall, and they lost farm for that.
Yeah, and DJ Pernicus' ult was down on Osiris, and we haven't really talked about this yet, but Bakasura carries about as hard as Hubba. So, they ban out the Hubba and they ban out that hyper carry late, but they still have to contend with Bakasura in the late game, who is no slouch.
And at level 9, that character turns into a Serbian god. Like, there's nothing you could do against him.
Call him a Serbian god?
Yeah.
Serbian?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So anyway, DJ Pernicus taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, he's going to go down again. That's his second death. Lassus might get traded out here. A 1-for-1 right there. It looks like the double hand of the gods came down. Not sure who was able to get that. Was it Mono?
Hard to tell when he's big and fat. He has no belt.
Oh,
Kumba.
Kumbakarna picked it up.
It's probably an accident there.
Honestly, it's probably not too bad of an idea for him to pick that up considering how far behind he is.
Yeah, help him ambulate around the map a little faster.
So now, rotating into the mid lane, Shadow Q just trying to help at the best. Level 8 right now versus Mace, who has not had that hard of a time, but still only hitting level 7 on a wave-to-wave. Man Mark taking a lot of damage here from Jenny. This could be trouble. Trap's doing a lot of damage. Jenny's actually going to retreat here.
Oh, they want to fight.
They should fight. But look at... Oh,
there's a Raw snipe. Mace, please. Mace, please. Mace, please. Mace, please. Oh.
Missed it completely. He's going to rotate into. Vitalight's going to do some damage. Great slow and a stun opportunity to come out from Pernicus.
That's a kill.
AoE attacks. There's nowhere to go. Jenny. No way. Okay.
Oh.
Madman finds it. Jenny will go down there. 2 kills there for 5 a.m. Not giving up just yet. And Pain of Beyond's going to be able to stop most of this aggression. Crush is going to do some damage. Oh, and nice whip coming out from Pernicus.
Oh, this could be a big ultimate. Nope.
It was. In fact, that was an epic uppercut.
That was an epic ultimate. Best is feeling a little cheeky here.
That was not a good idea.
Oh, the Pern.
Pernicus is out of mana, though. Lassus, ultimate
That's so many archers!
Oh, my God. Lassus had his ultimate.
Roman ranged.
I mean, that diamond was there, right? He had that.
Yeah.
What happened? Suddenly,
So now with a double wave, 5 Angry Men takes tier 1 tower on the left side, easy peasy.
They already have the lead. How did this happen?
They've drawn even on kills, and they have a golden experience advantage after that start that Dignitas got.
I don't think I've ever seen an early game thrown this hard.
Wrecked in peace.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Dig had a 3-0 lead with their support being level 3 at 4 minutes. They had, oh man, that was rough. That was rough, as a dog might say.
Good news for them. Tully, Heartseeker done, 1 assist, no deaths, rocking and rolling with a lot of experience and farm in the soul lane is Baka.
Best chilling in the mid lane right now. Didn't have the greatest initiate there, but he did get a kill. Luckily got out of that fight, almost died. Sentinel's over towards the right side to be able to get that red buff over. I'm not really sure what he's looking for right now. He has to be safe with his clear. He could get pushed up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's... Well, with red buff, clear becomes really more of a non-issue for the Scylla there, but... Oh, all things told, I mean, you have Kumbhakarna with a pretty decent angle here on Jenny. They're going to find the stun out into the Groggy Strike, but it's going to miss with the Boar Stun coming out. He's going to get stuck in the trap. Shadow Q falling back as well now. Scylla and Mace of the Face for the best here, having a bit of a back and forth as the rotations start to come out, but they will eventually make their way back to the mid lane DM where, all things told, I mean, this was like Dignitas had a huge advantage. They're rocking and rolling, and 5 Angry Men are playing super conservative and safe. And now we're seeing the tables turned where 5 Angry Men have put a hurt on Dignitas, and now they're the ones playing very conservatively.
Right, you're seeing Jenny with 2 kills, 1 death. We're going to see Madman Mark with 1 kill, no death. Same gold at this point, both about 4,500, except Madman has actually spent some of that gold. Level 1 beads, level 1 sprint, on top of the Finish Devourer's Gloves and Boots level 1. Now we're getting a rotation in from Lassus, but I don't think he's getting more than really minion tax at this point.
Right side, Tully takes about half of his life from Rush, and Pern is in position for a dive.
Oh, this is good.
He's spotted by a ward. The ward dies, though. And Tully's actually going to try to go in on Rush here with an ultimate, and the creep's going to be cut by DJ Pernicus. Oh, Tully, you are...
Yeah, his jump is down, but where is Pern?
Look at that play by Anatoly. What a clever play. Runs into the jungle towards the team. Pern tries to creep skip there. I think they wanted to pressure the tower. I'm not really sure. He took like 2 tower hits, though.
Epic uppercut in the left side.
Oh, he's just going to go deep.
Jenny's dead. There's right side, back over. Anatoly's going to be able to get out. Pernicus goes down. Rush trying to escape with the clear the path there, and he will. The second rotation just wasn't fast enough. So far, I think across the map, that was a 1-for-1. Not a bad trade in either direction, honestly.
Losing the Artemis is probably bigger than losing the Osiris, I would say. He can do better with less items later game. She really needs to stay ahead of the Apollo.
Fair enough.
She's 2 levels behind the Apollo as well.
Not to mention she's also a level above DJ Pernicus, meaning she has a longer respawn timer.
GG.
Yeah, that's rough. The rotations are coming out. Looks like both of them are out of the base now. Shadow Q and Madman Mark just trying to both stay relevant in the lane. Top side blue is getting started. Anatoly saw it. He's not going to go for the steal with Baka.
Steal too risky.
He's just chomp, chomp, chomp. Nom, nom, nom. Chompy, chomp. But he's going to chomp up a Gladiator minion over in the right lane, and he's going to continue pushing. Hand of the Gods will be used to clear the wave, rather. And now, what's he doing? Is he baiting the Osiris? He's trying to find something. He's just not fast enough. That's not going to result in too much. Left side, it looks like Lassus is going to get yawned out there as the Hand of the Gods comes down. Level 8 right now, Pain to Beyond, trying to keep himself alive right now. He's still lowest level in the game.
How about like a saxophone skin for Kumbhakarna? Like a Yanni skin?
I don't...
You don't get it?
No, not why. Because it's boring?
Yanni, because he yawns. Mighty yawn. Yeah?
So Anatoly in a lot of trouble here, down to very low health from Rush, who is going for a major push. Last is rotating over just to try to keep him safe. TJ Pernicus has taken a lot of damage here. The tether's activated that damage mitigation. He wasn't able to break it. That's a stun. It's guaranteed. He beats it through the ult. He's trying to get something. He misses the sash. One shot. Psycho Crusher gonna bring him down.
Oh, and there is an ultimate from Apollo crashing down in the mid lane where they have, well, nope, he's just going to take a crush for his troubles.
Actually crushed down in that mid lane.
Yeah, crushing the mid lane there is the best.
Oh, man. 5 angry men were down 0-3, are currently up 6-5 and about 1,100 gold, which is very impressive.
Yeah, they're doing quite well for themselves. Devourer's Gloves up, plus boots 2 on both of the carries. A little bit more gold invested into actives for Madman Mark, 57 net worth, 5,300 net worth for Jenny. So one of the few games we're going to see Zapman behind in the laning phase here to Madman Mark, who's playing very, very well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But
Jenny's
a lot of trouble
here, Jenny,
here.
Yeah.
Boar is going to be activated. It's probably going to hit both.
Enough.
I think the beads was a little bit too early. Actually, he could maybe even turn this one around. Throwback. Actually, Epic Uppercut is used there. Dive and tower. They're taking a lot of damage. Jenny turns around. Suppress the insolence, bringing them both.
Where's the
very
Athena
low.
ultimate?
I don't know.
I mean, it was up.
Yeah, it was up the entire time.
In the meantime, we did not mention it, but the tier 1 in the right side has gone down. Oh, and there's a fight in the jungle over here near the blue buff. Pain Devion's going to try to dash out, but here comes Laugh. Down now there's Pern. The Kumbhakarna and Osiris combination. Not something we really talked about much, but is really, really disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of disgusting, the beam damage. Lassus goes down. Mace finds himself a kill. 5 angry men extend their lead as DJ Pernicus extends his rush down, looking for an op to get onto Jenny there, but it didn't happen. Over on the right side, it looks like Anatoly's going to be solo farming here as the best finds himself in the backside of Rush. Not sure if either one of them is going to attempt to engage here, but Anatoly definitely needed this opportunity to get some solo farm.
I got to tell you, Osiris looks very legit here.
He's a good character. Super strong, great CC, amazing damage mitigation. If he tethers right now, I mean, he's impossible to stop. And not to mention, the Psycho Crusher damage is ridiculous. Yeah, I thought he was strong when he could only hit one person with it. 5 angry men do take the Gold Fury. Oh, this is real bad for Jenny Z.
The feed life.
Back to the block.
Back on the block.
The tether actually disbanded when he got
now that would have been some shit. I'm not even going to lie. If you can knock them up and then they fall down and get stunned again.
And that's 2.2 seconds off the 4-second channel time.
That would have been insane.
But
the Mez.
Yeah.
The 3 doesn't apply damage. It doesn't break the Mez. That's what we were seeing there.
Well, I mean, while it can definitely help with the stun, sometimes you want that to be able to damage mitigate as well.
That's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The plays.
Major wow. Incredible. 5-9 right now, guys. They're up about 3,300 gold as Lassus rotates back in. They're looking for something here. No. I'm not sure what Lassus could do to really deter them in the long run, but thanks to the Gold Fury and that tier 1, they really can't do much right now at Dignitas. They have to play safe.
They've lost their tier 1s in both of their side lanes. Mid still standing. They've also lost a Gold Fury, Gold Differential. About 3,500, about 5,000 experience separating the teams now as well. Dignitas definitely playing from a hole. But they do have Artemis and Bakasura and Hunbots and Scylla, all of which scale tremendously well into the late game.
Scylla especially.
The 5 bigger men, not bad. Fomana, Apollo.
Yep. I mean, Apollo's super strong right now. Audacity with the Dev's gloves. I mean, we see much less attack speed being built, which means you're not going to get overcapped as often with the Audacity passive. I mean, you take a look at right now what my man Mark is building. He has a very small amount of attack speed, whereas he has a ton of damage across the board. He's getting 30 from the boots. I think 50 from Dev gloves, maybe close, or is it 60? It's a lot.
It's 30 plus 0.5. Yeah,
times
it's
60. So 60 damage. That's incredible. And then, you know, the 15 from the Death Toll, I mean, that's a lot of damage, especially for a character who gains 100% attack speed bonus.
They're going in on Mace to the face of the mid lane here, but DJ Pernicus is there for support. No ultimate used by the Hunbots, so no kill. And
Shadow Q actually took more damage than Mace did in that engagement, given the fact that he just healed up.
Tola using his leap to farm, and Rush is here.
That could be bad. He doesn't have an escape. This might be sprint. Yes, it is active. The slow not going to be necessary. They're not going to push for it. Left side, Kumbhakarna going to find himself in Athena. He dashes in, forces the Athena to dash out, and then throws the Groggy Strike at some plants.
It is very rare to see Shadow Q down in experience versus another support.
And if he is, I don't think I've ever seen both him and Zap down.
That's right.
I mean, you take a look right now. Madman Mark's level 14. In rare form, Jenny Z level 12.
Is that your main man, Madman Mark?
I can't say that. I don't think I can say that. I tried to do it in my head and it didn't.
Main man, Madman Mark.
It should be an ice pop.
Hmm.
I love ice pops.
Love a good freezy.
Oh, I'm sorry. A what now?
A freezy.
Care to share with the class what that is?
Hmm?
What is a freezy?
Freeze pop.
Freeze pop.
Remember those little like frozen sugar
Isn't
water
Freeze
things?
pop that band from Guitar Hero 2?
I don't know, man.
Was that too old of a reference for you?
That's just a bizarre one.
Mid lane, Base of the Face going to find himself in some trouble. Shadow Q charging up that preemptive strike, looking for an opportunity, but with 4 people here from 5 Angry Men, it's unlikely we're going to see him move in. Lassus could be in some trouble. He's rooted, but nobody from 5 AM follows up there.
There's a good angle here for Tolly, though. Oh, he's been spotted out. Is that... Oh, what a ward. Yeah, they got him. But that Confound's going to pull them back. The Crush does a lot of damage to Mace of the Face, but he gets mezzed out by Madman Mark very, very nicely there. Here comes the Humbot's ultimate. Great opportunity for Dignitas, but can they burst anyone down? Not yet. And the return damage is going to start coming their way. Tolly in a lot of trouble. Down to the big baby. And here comes the... Wow. The very, very fast Vamana. A nice Sikkim is going to stop the stun from coming out from Pernicus, but diving in now
from the
is
top.
the main man, Madman Mark, and now Shadow Q in some trouble. Epic uppercut used onto Lassus, keeping him out of the fight for the moment, and he gets mashed in the face. Jenny's going to try to fight Mark. Mark is going to try to run away here. This is going to be a duel for the ages. Madman can only take about 4 auto attacks, and he's going to go down. Zapman does not miss that easily.
That baby umbrella rank off the, oh my god. So, Pain brings him up into the air with Epic Uppercut. Rush hits him with both hits, max range of Umbrella Ring as he hits the ground, and then one shot from Mace cleaned it up. They win that. They win that 3-2 just barely, and now they're going to be able to go back, heal up, and put some more pressure. Not to mention they got another tower here, extend their lead. Now closer to 4,500. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, how the tables have turned here. I mean, last game it was all about 5 Angry Men not having enough damage to go toe to toe with Dignitas, and it's a complete opposite story this game. 5 Angry Men up. About 4,000 player damage, which is roughly an entire player.
Yeah. And now look, they're going. Oh, Dignitas actually going to be going for the Gold Fury here. Pain of Yon's not at full health. He gets the mesmerized, but it's too late. Oh, this is not a good spot. Sleepy Bates, not going to be enough. Gold Fury by Team Dignitas. They've already gained 1 kill. They're trying to escape here.
Just run.
Yeah, they need to get out. There's no reason. You got enough. Oh, but look at Pernicus, not able to let this one go. Jenny's going to rotate back in and go for this. I don't really like the positioning here. I'm a monster. Wow. Damage done. Yeah, they're going to be
700 damage to Pern. Here comes the Athena ultimate on top of Jenny. You have the Vamana ultimate used here into what may not secure any kills. Best force out to an Aegis Amulet. Pernicus may die before he's able to find the damage. He will indeed, which means no stun. Mid lane here, Madman Mark getting a bit of a split push on, putting some damage in, but Scylla is there to defend, and that's a big win for Dig.
No reason for them to go back into that fight. Honestly, there was no reason for them to chase. They lost the Gold Fury. They should have taken that as just, one objective loss. Get the hell out of there. Regroup. Look for something. Once that Gold Fury was down and they continued to initiate, they let Zapman counter. Never let Zapman put you in a situation you don't want to be in, because it's going to result in a death every time.
So Anatoly is going to be building the balance plate, so either chins. Yeah, it'll be building into chins, It looks like here. Over the Fatalis, so, I don't know. I guess they need the burst. And not that Chins is a burst item, it does give you more damage though when your ultimate is active, and that's really what they're looking after here. As you notice in that last fight, unable to take anyone down before the turnaround. If not for the overextension from 5 Angry Men on the back of it, they would have got nothing out of it.
So, we're getting closer, Bart, to the 20-minute mark. Fire Giant still available. You're going to see some ward coverage coming up here. Looks like we did get something dropped there by the red team. Nothing coming out from the blue just yet, because look at Miss Zetman throwing down the structure damage, the PvE Jenny Z coming out, trying to get that tower down. Doesn't quite get it. It's going to take some damage for his trouble here. Boar activated.
Oh,
no
Lassus. Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble. That's a great ultimate place as well from Lassus. Forcing Madman Mark out as it will continue to refresh, and his bees won't be long enough. He does miss the blink, however, and that should be a disengage, but Lassus is going to go deep. No crits for you. Now slept out, forced away. Here comes the Pern, but Pern's going to get pulled back by Shadow Q, and they kite him around, breaking both of the tethers. Nice play by Dignitas.
That was really just a nice play by Shadow Q. Saw the way that Zapman was going, separated himself, and then confounded him away from the tether and dashed away from the other one. Very smart. Very, very smart.
Executioner up and running on Miss Jenny. You do have Executioner for Rush and Madman Mark as well, so Viva Executioner.
Yeah, man, this is an item that's definitely come back into favor. It's just so potent now. The only thing is it doesn't give you the same kind of push potential that Warriors and Titansbane did because it doesn't affect towers to the same regard.
Yes, that's right.
But the actual damage of this item on players is incredible.
And if you hit 3 auto attacks, you are sitting pretty.
You know, back when...
I'm actually surprised we don't see on her more often.
When Smite first came out, Executioner on Vamana was one of the most popular builds in the game. I mean, you get yourself into 2 or 3 people and you reduce their protections by that much, and now the item's even stronger than it was and gives more attack speed.
And lest we forget, Vamana's ultimate at Mag Rank gives you 120 physical power?
It's just way too much damage, honestly.
Way too much. Rushed and Shadowq having a little bit of a tiff here in the jungle. Rush going to take a tremendous amount of damage from Scylla for his trouble. Last is now trying to rotate over. Now he's going to make his way and face Pern yet again. Pain getting pretty deep there and is going to try to sleep everyone out so they can't initiate on his low HP team. Patoli's doing so much damage. Wow, he's just going to turn and burn now. And Pain's in some trouble. Last is going to ultimate that. They're going to try to burn down the tank. They're going to go for an objective on the back of them, but they can't seem to find Pain Divion. Shadowq now going to get this down. Pain Divion looking very, very good. Last is thrown down in the Fire Giant pit. Down to Pern. Here's Rush running through now. Anatoly trying to do damage. And Scylla's doing a tremendous amount, but there comes a healing debuff from DJ Pernicus. Can they burn him? It looks like they will be able to. And somehow Dignitas salvages that fight. But the main man, Madman Mark, is at the Phoenix doing his best Zatman, and he's going to take this down before Dignitas can react.
Yeah, they didn't even go for the Fire Giant part. This is pure, in a way, a win if he's able to get this. Oh, the mess was perfect. They got it. He's up on the horse. Goodbye.
To the skies.
Fire Giant. This was absolutely brilliant play coming out from 5 a.m.
They lose a lot for it, but at the end of the day, it's only 2 gods. It is Rush and DJ Pern, their solo and their jungler, who they really need to be putting out damage in the next few fights in this game, but they get a Phoenix for it. Definite worth.
Overall, this has been a very, I think, intense game. But right now, this is, I think, the first time that 5 a.m. have really had a lead where you can say that Dig might be in some trouble.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a game this one's been. Big time swings here, but still a big ol' advantage for 5 Angry Men. 4,000 gold, 5,000 experience.
Now remember, guys, Dignitas, this is their opportunity to experiment. Use picks they might not normally go for. Go for plays they might not normally go for. They're up 1 in the series, and they don't have a loss yet, meaning if they lose this, they'll have loser's advantage for pick and ban going into Game 2, on top of the fact that, you know, the morale might just increase once things have changed. But you got to give this one to 5 Angry Men. Their early game, they were down 0-3. It really looked like we were going to see one of those 5-minute surrender games. It really did. Pernicus lost his paw early and was just trouble, but now look what's happening.
Look at the
look at
destruction.
Oh, Psycho Crusher used. I'm a monster used, but not for damage, just for defense. Oh, and Rush pulled the boar back into the fight.
Oh, Rushed.
Come on,
Never
Rush.
pull the boar, Rushed.
Anatoly looking for something here, but the beams.
Last gets stunned out by Pern here on the backside. You could be in trouble. In fact, Fear No Evil used.
They should be Fire Giant. They could Gold Fury. This should be Fire Giant. You look at the board right now. There was a lot of ultimates used. The best is already out of the fight. They should really bait something big right now. Use this advantage.
Nope, they're going to take Gold Fury.
Yeah, it looks like Madman Mark has already started. It got down close to half health.
Please,
with the help
Tully.
of Raw.
Oh, totally.
He's going to go for the regurgitate, you think?
Oh.
I don't see.
No,
he's
there's a
right
reveal ward there. Yeah, they can see that too easily. I thought they were going to try for it, but Gold Fury is going to go their way. 5,000 gold still sitting in favor of the 5 Angry Men now.
Tully just backed. I wonder if they recognize that fact that they have a really good advantage here. Rotating over towards the right side. Rush is actually opting to back. No, he will stick with the team.
No, Pern's taking orange, so they're not going to go in.
Look at all the counter jungling right now. Red buff's going to go down.
Red buff out. You know, I feel like that last is at 1 and 6 is really not been a factor.
Oh, blink away. They're not looking for any danger right there. Looks like Pain Divion just going to back up and ensure he can wait for his team. Right side, Apollo continues his push. They're not really getting a lot off this Phoenix. They should note right now on the map that Artemis is where she is. They can actually see with their wards where Athena is as well, though she can use her ult cross map. They really need to fight this.
This is deep. Yeah, Lassus and Anatoly are very, very deep, and now Last going to get caught out. He's going to be forced to ultimate before Groggy Strike comes out, but you're using a huge team fight ultimate to stop Groggy Strike, which we've talked about as being
crush.
One of the silliest abilities in the game, doing like 62 damage. But he uses Fear no evil, and now they're going to be able to punish this, and they're going to be able to punish it hard. Here comes Madman Mark. Down will fall one, but that's a big crush on the back of the Confound, but still slept once again as that man. I'm sorry, Lassus getting bursted fairly hard, and now they're going to heal up. Wow, Shadow.
Weakening Curse.
What a player.
Weakening Curse,
What
so
a
cute.
player.
So
that
cute.
was cheeky.
Is so cute. But he's here. The best is here. I don't know what they're going to be able to do here. I really think that Rush can keep both of them off by himself. There's no way ShadowQ is going to be able to get into this one safely. Really, the only thing that they can do here is force 5 AM to fight. If Dignitas steals this away, it'll be one of the best steals I think I've ever seen in Smite's history. He gets past the front line. He's deep in there. What's he looking for? The Fire Giant actually is not low enough for him to even contend, and actually likely will get reset. They're still trying to get something going, and Jenny has finally joined the fight.
Wow. Just did so much damage. And they're going to try to find Rushed here, but once again, Dignitas, target selection. Not sure about that one yet. Pern in the back line. And now Lassus going to try to run away.
Psycho Crusher over the
wall. Does he have anything?
Slow.
Yes, dead. Very dead is Lassus. Pain going to fall to Jenny, unless he's got those jukes.
The heals.
The jukes?
Sleepy. Why aren't they blocking the Sleepy?
Because of Athena, I think.
Oh, is he going to get up?
No.
Oh,
But Pern is going to get an
close.
angle on Jenny, but the Confound once again. Yeah, and I think we're learning something here about Osiris. Don't pick him into Athena.
Madman Marks in I'm rather Mace to the face.
Oh
in a
my
lot
god,
of trouble.
Dignitas takes Fire Giant.
The throws.
The throws.
The throws.
The throws.
This game is just non-stop throws. Both teams giving it back and forth here. 5 AM is in so much trouble.
The throw bros. 5 angry throws.
They did that on top of a ward too. Like they know. Actually, I think that was a dig ward. Either way, Vamana's going to rotate in and
Yes, it
realize
is.
what just happened.
Yeah, it throws out a counter ward and says, oh, damn.
That's gotta hurt, man.
Yeah, that's tough. But they still have a very nice advantage. 4,000 gold, 3,000 experience. Not huge. Definitely surmountable, as we saw there. 5 AM is just a couple of bad plays away from the loss. Dignitas, a couple of bad plays away from an easy victory for 5 Angry Men.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
still the impetus is on Dignitas. They have a much harder path to get back in this game, even with Fire Giant. But they probably need to get a pick. They're going to try to group and push down this left side lane. Tier 1 in the mid is still up. Tier 2 standing on the left and in the right. So a lot of towers on the board.
Why did Anatoly not pick up that speed buff?
Because he doesn't believe in speed.
Does he have another buff?
He's got the need.
I mean, if anybody should be picking up that buff, it should be Bakasura.
Apparently he's going to go get it now, or at least trying to.
Maybe he did have another buff available, or maybe he's saving it for as long as possible. Maybe he wanted to use that 20 seconds to farm, come back, so he had 20 seconds later in it. Either way, Dignitas is sitting real pretty right now. They're down 3,000, actually 4,000 gold, but that Fire Giant and the fact that they love to push. Oh, Jenny's in trouble. She's going to get groggy strikes here. This could be bad.
But it's a big crush out onto Pern. Pern taking some damage, and there's an Athena ultimate on top of him. He's taking so much from Bakasura. Force use Psycho Crusher. Not going to be available. Epic Uppercut coming out onto Jenny. They're going to try to focus him, but in the backline, they're getting shredded by the rest of Dignitas. And Zatman is going to fall. However, Lassus taking a lot of damage from Rush. Rush does not have Face of Fatales online. Instead, once again, opting for that Frostbound Hammer. Still sitting at rank 2, and that's a hold. And that's going to be the cue for Dignitas to fall back.
You know, they should also consider the fact that they tried to fight that in a lane with fire creeps. Maybe not the best call.
Yeah, you want to push up that lane and buy yourself a little bit of time.
But don't fight with them.
But don't fight with them, that's right.
They do way more damage than people give them credit for.
And perhaps a better choice there would have been to have one person split down this tier 1 in the mid lane. It's a pretty easy kill, and extra gold would help them out quite a bit. But here we go. Looks like some initiation coming in now from the 5 Angry Men. Confound there is going to save Lassus' life, but they're going to continue to rally to the mid lane and try to take out this tier 2.
Madman Mark does not have his ultimate available to him and will not go for the chase. I think, yeah, they're just going to look to the Gold Fury here. If Shadow Q tries to stop this, he will die, and that might be a serious, serious detriment to the team. But it looks like they're just going to let this one go, extend the lead. Now, this is big here for 5 Angry Men because they just gained 1,500 gold, which means they took that 1,500 away from Dignitas as well.
Yep.
But what's bigger here is that there's a Fire Giant buff available. They're wasting Fire Giant time
That's right.
now.
A lot of
while
time
getting
stalled out.
objective. That's insane.
Very, very unlikely and very seldomly do you see teams taking the Gold Fury when the enemy team has the Fire Giant buff. It's just something that's not generally very easy to do.
Unless they're doing it at maybe the same time.
Oh, it wasn't a split push, right? I mean, it wasn't like you had just the Hunter there wailing away on the Gold Fury while the team 4-man pushed, or 4-man defended from the 5-man push. It was just simply they want to fight against the Fire Giant team. And the buff is gone from Lassus as well, which is important to note. He's a lot of damage.
Anatoly was just acting to go back there, which means they're not looking to group up for some kind of engagement which means this Fire Giant buff is just getting wasted. Best doesn't have his. He does have a red buff. Athena still has hers, but I mean, you look at the timer on the right side, it's not for much longer.
Man, you got to think if they had Hebo here, they'd probably be feeling much better about this game.
I mean, Baka really, you were talking about the split pushes. Use the regurgitate. Get those minions in there.
Sure.
Burst towers down. And sure, your overall damage from your true damage and your items aren't going to help too much, like things like chin size. But, I mean, he can really burst towers down very quickly.
Yeah, what about the Hasten Fatalis here? Seems to be very out of favor. Not on the Baka and not on the Vamana.
Yeah, I can see the Vamana, seeing that he's going into pure damage. He has the slow ability. He's going into defense. But on Bakasura, that's like legitimately his best item.
And he has bought Magi's Blessing.
Huh. So the issue here is that if he gets hit by a CC while he's CC immune and regurgitate, it'll be wasted. He has to be very careful about
That's true. Hold that thought. Right side lane, Bakasura going deep. DJ Pernicus and Pandy out there. They're going to stun him out. And they're going to find a lot of damage here on a Toli. Can they die? Madman Marcus here. He's going to go in. And if they kill Toli here, that is a very dangerous position. It's a lot of their AoE damage in these team fights. And now it's really pretty much all up to Jenny from the block here as Hunbots is all the way on the other side of the map.
I don't know what they can do to stop it. The Fire Giant buff is gone and will be respawning soon. But at the same time, even without that extra damage from the buff, they're bursting this tower down.
And it feels
right
like 5 Era Men have like a 30,000 gold advantage. Right? I mean, like the way that they're forcing Dignitas away from objectives and taking them for free, it feels like this is much bigger than what was a 4,500 gold advantage before that tower went down.
All right, so pushing forward here, it looks like we do see Confound has been used. That was 2 tier 2s that were just taking a 3,000 gold swing.
That's right. No more towers available for Team Dignitas. 8,500 gold is now in favor of the boys in red, and the Fire Giant coming back up. They're going to go right in and then stop and turn around.
Which is smart because there's 4 members of Dignitas ready to burn them down.
Yeah, but Dignitas is charging down the mid lane where they will find a tier 1 of their own.
Well, 500 gold, never hurt anybody. A little bit more space control. Gold Fury not available. There's a tier 2 in all 3 lanes for 5 Angry Men. Tier 2 in no lanes right now for Dignitas. And really the only thing they can push either team is get a Decisive and go for the win, or get that Fire Giant. So I expect we're going to see a major grouping on the right side very soon.
Yeah, I would expect so as well.
Although, the Phoenix has respawned for Dignitas on left, meaning Apollo could split push and take that down again, forcing Artemis into a bad spot.
Yeah, the Phoenix at 50%, he can pretty much go toe-to-toe with that. Doesn't even need to really worry about having minions there at all.
Yeah.
Especially if Audacity's up when he goes in. That helps out a lot. We do have the jockeying for position here at the Fire Giant, where Shadow Q will be counter-warding. I'm sure soon to be counter-warded by Pandavion. Yeah. As he walks in, pops a sentry, kills the enemy sentry, and waddles away.
Gets the mini ward too. 33 minutes deep right now, guys. 5 Angry Men does have a fairly significant, almost 8,000 gold lead, closer to 7,800, on top of the fact that they're 4 kills up. And the experience seems to be actually pretty close in this game. Pandavion's 18. We're going to see Shadow Q at 18, but Lassus is 1 level behind Pernicus right now. Cyrus, man, I think people are really starting to see the strength. Enjoy your rank games this week.
Yeah, don't sleep on Kumbhakarna, Cyrus.
Oh, 1 shot going to hit Lassus. The slow is going to force him into a bad situation, and now map control given completely to 5 AM. Ooh,
Fire Giant.
They're going to start. Anatoli's on the wrong side. Madman Mark really needs to be ulting right now. He needs to get on this side of the map before this engagement starts. They're going to need his help soon. But they're pushing this down. Pain's taking a lot of damage. Not sure what they're looking for. Raw heal. Here comes Shadow Q. Where's the weakening curse? Look at the damage. Oh, Pain's in a lot of trouble. Lassus looks to turn. Baby's chasing down Jenny. Don't know what he can do. I'm a monster going to be used. Oh, Madman finally joins the fight. Best goes down. Oh, this is really, really big for 5 AM.
Bakasura ultimate used on...
Oh, but the turn! Jenny from the block.
Coming back from the block. Here comes the Athena ultimate, crashing in on a Mace to face. Mace soon to die here as well. As the Aegis Amulet finishes. Nope, because Fire Giant damage is there. But Jenny will find the Quadra kill Decisive for Dignitas. Zapman once again bailing out the boys in yellow.
Raining down, raising your Zapman senpais. What an engagement. Baited out. He was dead for certain. Somehow turns that around, and Dignitas finds themselves on the favor of a Decisive. With this, they can even keep pushing here. Really, they could probably get a tier 2 before they back, and they absolutely should.
And this is where the late game lineup of Dignitas is really starting to shine. This is why you pick Artemis, Bakasura, and Hunbots.
Oh, actually, they're going to forego the unsafe push into the tier 2, and they're going to walk directly into the Gold Fury. And while it is sentry warded, it's not really any contest whatsoever. Let's check out
easy
the fight.
Gold Fury. Let's take a look at the replay of that fight at the Fire Giant, and definitely try to keep an eye out on Zapman, as it will be going at any time.
So Gold Fury died.
Now. Yeah, okay. Gold Fury does go down. All right, replay's coming now. Sorry about that
All
jar
right, so
there.
Jenny from the block, running away from Rush, baits out his ultimate completely. Walks back in. Nothing from the volley, but here's where things get crazy. Boom. Instantly goes down. Walks back in. Finds a few shots deep. Finds Pernicus as he's running away.
That shot on Pern was crazy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Aegis goes down, finds another kill with a perfect volley, and then cleans up Rush. Quadra kill.
Ugh, Jenny.
Who stole the Penta?
I think, well, Payne died early on in that fight. Actually, I thought Dignitas was losing that fight
They were.
for sure. And the reason is that Bakasura ulted on the dead Kumbhakarna and used his cone attacks to kill his passive. So I was like, oh, this fight is over.
Helped. I mean,
But it's not like it gives him attack speed to ult.
Oh, that's true.
He wasted his ultimate on Kumbhakarna, and so I was thinking, okay, they have no AoE damage, but they kind of forgot about Zapman there.
I think we all kind of forgot about Zapman. I don't even think Zapman realized how much damage he was going to do. The crit passive came through, enabled him to do a ridiculous amount of damage. In fact, let's take a look at the player damage here, Bart. Mr. Jenny Z, 28,300 damage. No one's even close.
No one's even at 20k on his team.
Yeah, Rush 22,000, closer to 23, still a 5k difference. Not to mention, I mean, structure damage. I mean, Zap still put up like 1,800. Incredible.
Here's the thing about Dignitas. Sometimes Lassus will win them a game. Sometimes Zapman will win them a game. Sometimes Mess will win them a game. Sometimes Tully will win them a game. But Shadow Q never loses them a game.
Yeah, it's true. He's never the person you're saying, oh, Shadow, that was a bad call. I mean, we were talking before. Just the weakening curse, which stopped them from taking a tower. I mean, it's incredible. Or rather, a Phoenix. Now, moving forward, it looks like he's going to go deep into it. Gets the Confound. They do have Fire Giant buff, and Zapman is trying to get as much damage done to this tower as possible. You can see it aching in his bones.
And Pern's taking the small XP camp. 37 minutes in the game.
Yeah, probably not the best farming spot right now.
Well, when the enemy team's at your tier 2 with Fire Giant buff, I don't
Where-
think that extra 75 gold's helping.
Going?
I don't know. Anatoly and him are kind of like jousting a bit here. But he has the ward advantage, so he just kind of falls back when Toli tries to walk in.
Here we go. They're going to jump in here. One match is going to get popped there. Shield Wall 1's going to do some damage, and we do have a weakening curse coming out. Rush just trying to find something. Last is going to get a huge hit here. That's the first one going to go down. Jenny does find the kill onto Pain. Pernicus is super low, force the Psycho Crusher away, but Anatoly's ready for the follow-up.
Are they going to go deep here? It looks like they will, because there's going to be a shield and Confound. Doesn't matter, because Jenny's got the crits.
3 down.
And this could very easily be the game if Dignitas tries to play this super aggressive. They may not. They may go ahead and round up a Phoenix and a couple towers here. Play it a bit safer. They don't want to throw this one. This is tournament point for them, right? So there's no reason to play hyper aggressive. They can still throw this game, but no, now they're going in. Madman marks down.
Who decided to let Scylla through?
Yeah, that's... Oh my goodness, what a game that was. I mean, this is one of the best games you're going to see for a long time, guys. DJ Pernicus doing what he can to hold everyone out, and he's winning a little bit right now, but the Titan down to his last couple hundred health. Purge the Insolent. Game. Team Dignitas.
So for the first time in 3 weeks, we're going to see Dig take the first spot and cement their first seed in North America.
It's been a while.
Yeah, Cognitive is going to maintain their second seed as they did win 3rd place today. But overall, man, Dignitas looking pretty dumb.
I'm sure that Dig is perfectly happy that someone knocked Cog out for them.
So we're going to see Game Changers. Looks like 4th place again, likely to maintain their 4th seed. 5 Angry Men, though, I'm not sure about the seed points. Haven't checked myself, but I can almost assuredly assure you that they will jump up to 4th seed, meaning Critosaurus is going to find themselves in a much different area. Yes, it looks like they have overtaken, meaning next week we're going to see 5 Angry Men and the Game Changers in round 3.
That's right, yeah. The Critosaurus now has a much tougher path back into the top 5 for sure than it did before this.
I mean, that's now Snipe. They're going to have to contend with Snipe, and that is not something they're going to be looking forward to, because one thing Snipe does is abuse teams who don't have perfect team chemistry. If you're not farming at every point in the game, they will take every piece of gold and every point of experience away from you until they are 10 levels ahead and you're sitting behind your fountain.
Well, that was a great series between those two teams.
Was.
It really was one of the better ones we've had in a long time.
The best series that we've had in the qualifiers.
The North American qualifiers, go ahead and say that was one of the best series. Even though it went 2 games, and we have seen some game 3s, both games were so close, and they went so back and forth. Massive swings in both games, and Dignitas looked like they had dropped that game early on. I mean, they had the best start possible.
Yeah, 3 kills. They
Take
took
the
red pot
off of the really slow jungler without red pot, like Osiris.
And Kumbhakarna was behind.
Behind. Yeah, it was a very, very good game. And I think that it should be a pretty easy MVP selection this week. Shadowq played outrageously well.
Amazing. All games. That, and I just, that weakening curse.
Oh, I know. So cheeky.
It was the cutest weakening curse. It's
like
so
4
cute. People and they're raw healing. All right, you know what? I can't do anything else, so just no healing for you, so no Phoenix, and I'll walk away.
Yeah.
He is a brilliant person.
He is.
Not even player. Like, the things he chooses to do is just beyond intelligence.
Very, very, very smart.
And I am an intelligence professional.
I saw that, actually. Okay, that, guys, is going to do it for us this week. Thank you for tuning in to the North American Smite World Championship Tournament Series. This was week number 5. Up next is going to be the European Tournament. That starts tomorrow in, we'll call it about 13 hours from now.
Yeah, it's funny because you think he's looking at the time. He actually has a note. It says 13 hours.
It does. It's just a countdown to the European Tournament start. But yeah, it is about 13 hours from now, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are in America, and you can do math if you aren't, because you have a better education system than we do. So we're just going to leave it at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in. For DM Brandon, I'm hi-rez Bart, and that's going to do it for the North American Tournament. We'll check out the highlights and then send it away. Thank you for tuning in.